How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and today we're going to be talking about Ideanomics IDEX. They've had a recent catalyst that just came out, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So like I normally do in my videos, we're also going to be doing a technical analysis. We're going to be going over the news. In the technical analysis, I'm actually going to be showing you some indicators that I use and how we can actually use IDEX as an example to make sure that you're getting in at the right price, and also seeing what your downward risk is and what the trends are. I really want to kind of do this going forward so you guys really understand price action and you don't end up overpaying for any stock that you decide to invest in. Let's get into it. All right, so here's the recent news that came out on February the 26th. So here it comes. Ideanomics will be a full member, which provides access to CalSTART and stakeholder leadership, increased project partnership engagement, as well as hands-on participatory industry connections. All right, so we're going to go a little bit further into it. So IDEX is pleased to announce its membership in CalSTART, a nonprofit organization that facilitates the growth of the clean transportation technology industry, resulting in clean air, climate stability, and job growth. CalSTART's expertise lies in providing early adopters with leadership connections and funding to accelerate the deployment of game-changing technologies, which complements IDEX's efforts to drive global commercial EV adoption. The CalSTART membership will assist in growing its wholly owned subsidiaries, Wireless Advanced Vehicle Electrification, which is WAVE, and also Medici Motor Works. IDEX North American Heavy Trucks and Specialty Vehicle Division, as well as portfolio company Solectrac. Founded in 2011 and headquartered in Salt Lake City, WAVE is a leading provider of inductive wireless charging solutions for medium and heavy-duty electric vehicles. We've spoken about this already, and I feel like this is a great for IDEX to actually be a part of this. Like, very massive, and I can see the potential in it as well. Its technology has deployed since 2012 and has demonstrated the capability to develop and integrate high-powered charging systems into heavy-duty electric vehicles from leading commercial EV manufacturers. WAVE's systems offer several compelling benefits over plug-in based charging systems, including increasing EV range, reduced maintenance, improved health and safety, and expedited energy connection. CalSTART provides Ideanomics with the network and expertise that will help us accelerate the adoption of WAVE's technology, said CEO Alf Poor. The benefits of WAVE's wireless charging systems are aligned with CalSTART's mission, and with this membership, we can enhance our national and global programs. CalSTART is a growing community of innovators, all pushing in the same direction to rapidly decarbonize our transportation system, said John Boswell, President and CEO of CalSTART. We are thrilled to welcome Ideanomics as a partner that appreciates the need to mobilize capital to accelerate commercial fleet electrification. Their motivation and know-how, as well as their strategic direction of WAVE, position them to be a great asset as fleets seek resources to assist in their electrification journeys. We look forward to a long and fruitful partnership with our newest member. This is huge for Ideanomics, and it's one of the things we got to take a look at, and it's very valuable for shareholders like ourselves, right? Also, taking a look at CalSTART has 270 plus members and are composed of transportation-related stakeholders, including manufacturers, suppliers, fleets, technology firms, academic institutions, government agencies, NGOs, power companies, fuel providers, banks, and more. All right, so as you can see in front of you, we have the chart up for IDEX. So what I want to do is go quickly to the 3-month, 1-day chart. Let's spread it out a little bit. So the reason why I have this together, because I want to show you guys whether when you're doing an entry and so forth into any stock to know and figure out that you're not overpaying or you're not paying too much. I'm seeing a lot of things in the comments of people buying stocks right at the high, right at the peak, and then saying, well, you know what, like it's down this much, I got to sit down and wait. So I think it's very important that you get a good idea of where you should be buying a particular stock, all right? So for IDEX, as we can see here, back literally on October the 28th, 2020, this was a stock that literally ran up from 80 cents all the way to the high of $5.53 That was on February the 5th, 2021. So it has definitely been on quite the uptrend. As you can see here, it's done, I must say, it's done, for the most part, it's done a good job staying above the 21-day EMA, as you can see. But of course, we've had a pullback. Definitely been a correction in the market where we've seen that the trend has been broken here. Also, just a little quick of a side note, when some people ask me like, oh, your price targets in regards to like when you open up a position for a swing trade or a short-term trade, how do you decide on that? So if a stock is on a particular uptrend, I look at it having pretty much touching this line, so touching the EMA 21, because then I'm looking for a bounce back, right? So if things are bullish, the company's doing well, there hasn't been any bad news, and you just want to take a position, then let's say, for example, you took one here, right? You see where it kind of literally is touching right on that EMA, on the EMA line. Then if you would have traded here from $1.90, then that's a move all the way up to here to $2.56. If you started noticing on the day that the price is going down, and this is only if you don't have a price target, then you'd want to exit out the position, right? To protect your profits. Another thing is also having a price target all the way from the get-go. So if you got here at $1.94 and you said, well, you know what, I'm going to be selling when it hits $2.30, then you wouldn't have to worry about this as much if it's on an uptrend. But if you really want to maximize your profits here, as soon as when you start seeing this candle start going red, you know there's a downward movement happening. Also, when this trend breaks. So it did a very good job. As you can see, it literally went back to the 21-day EMA, but then literally just went bullish toward on the upside, as you can see. But look at this here. This is when you know that you got to get out of the position because the trend has already been broken. So look how it literally just fell through the 21-day EMA, and now it literally broke through and fell through the 50 SMA. So this is where we can really see that this stock is on a downward trend. But again, we've had a serious pullback and correction. IDEX hasn't released any bad news whatsoever. They've been doing everything they need to do as far as growth. They have their hands in a lot of opportunities and segments, to be exact, to give you a broader perspective in the fintech space and as well as the EV space. So sort of like the jack of all trades, master of none, but it looks like they are doing very well in the EV space. But to continue, as far as where the price is currently at $3.19, a good entry would look for maybe that morning dip if it gets down to $3. Even to $3.19 is an area, if you decide to add, just know there's still some room for downside, right? Because as we can see here from 553, it's been on a downward trend. We saw that it actually tested here, right, at $2.70, and boom, bounced back. But look at the bounce back though. Bounced back here and then came right back down to $3. So even an area of $3 is not too bad, but this is the type of position, if you're thinking about buying into IDEX, is where do not put in a whole lump sum all at once. You're going to want to really keep an eye on things. So maybe you might want to divide up your positions maybe over 3 to 4 trades. So what I mean by that is, like, let's say, for example, you have $1,000. So you'll have $333 you'll spend one day, or maybe a certain span of the day. And then you'll have $333, let's say you do on Wednesday, because you did your 333 on Monday, and then another 333 on Friday. That's an example. You could spread it out. You could also do it by 1 week, 2 week, 3 week increments. It's all going to come down to what you feel comfortable at and where you want to have an average price at. But just know that this stock is in a downward direction. It's going downwards. So could there be a reversal? Of course there could be a reversal. If the market picks back up, I could definitely see that. So I would honestly just know and just remember that as far as your position is concerned, be careful if you're deciding to just put a lump sum, let's say around at $3 or even at $3.19. Be very wise about it. And depending on what your cost average is, it might be a good idea just to wait and see if it actually gets closer to that. And what I mean by that is maybe you might have a cost average in this $2 range, right? So if it does potentially get there, at least you know you can still keep your cost average intact and you're not averaging up too much. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. We also, before we go, if you take a look at the RSI here, as you can see, it's very low at 40. We already know when the RSI is at 30 and below, or even just close, and 40 being one of those numbers, is that, you know what, you're actually getting it at a pretty, it's a pretty decent deal there, right? You're not overpaying whatsoever. For example, if we take a look at $5.53 and we take a look at where the RSI is, that's literally at 75. And we know anything that's 70 or above, or it is close to 70 in general, you're paying a premium. So just know, if you were one of the people who bought when it was at the top here in the fives and stuff like that, you were paying a premium altogether. And it's part of the reasons why I do these technical analysis videos, so you can see it right in front of you, so then you can make better, more informed decisions. But of course, I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. So just know, when you do invest, you're doing it at your own risk. So there you have it. I still have a bullish case for IDEX seeing the upside. I do know that at some point it's going to reverse the trend that it's currently in. We already know that we have a big time pullback correction that is going on in the market. And with the way how IDEX has actually been doing in regards to growth plans and making sure that they're always moving forward, that's why I keep a bullish case. I also want to tell you guys, I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. So just know, when you do invest, you're doing it at your own risk. Do not invest what you're going to be afraid to lose, because then you're more likely to have emotions in it. But just know, if you're in this stock, there's going to be some volatility. But if you're looking at it from a long-term aspect, I think IDEX is doing a great job setting themselves up in regards to, hey, giving shareholders a ton of value. Hope you found this video helpful, and I'll be talking to you guys real soon.